Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to briefly talk about what translations are. We also refer to translations as slides because what we do is we take these shapes and we slide them all around coordinate plane. So what you're going to need today is something to write with, a foldable, and maybe even a calculator. So translation, what is it? So a translation is a transformation that slides each point the same direction and the same distance. So if we look here, this is what we refer to as our generic notation for translations. We're going to take this x value here and we're going to move it a units. Likewise with my y, I'm going to take that y and I'm going to move it b units. So when I look over here at my first example in this box, I'm taking the original x, y ordered pair, and it looks like I'm moving x 6 and I'm moving y down 2. So again, when we think about this, the x and y, so if we talk about a coordinate plane, the x-axis is the one that moves horizontally. So we're going to be moving these points left and right. So if I have a plus 6, that's going to tell me to move right 6. Likewise, when I have this y, again, my y is my vertical line, so we're going to be moving vertically, so up or down. And if I have a negative 2, we're going to be moving all those points down 2. So again, when I read this notation, the x's are telling me whether I'm moving left or right, and the y's are telling me whether I'm moving up or down. So in my first example here, we want to translate triangle JKL left 3 units and up 4. So first off, I'm going to start by writing our notation. So again, I'm taking those original points, and if I'm going left, that means I'm going to subtract 3, and if I'm going up, that means I'm going to add 4. Again, the x's and the y's tell me whether I'm moving left or right and up or down. So here, if I have my original 3 points on my graph, I'm going to take each individual point and I'm going to move it left 3 and up 4. So I'm going to start with J and I'm going to go left 3, so 1, 2, 3, and up 4. And that's going to take me just a little bit off my graph. So if I go J, that's going to be J prime. And then when I look at L here, again, we're going to go left 3 and up 4, and that's going to be L prime. Same thing with K. I'm going to go left 3 and up 4, and that should be K prime. Again, I'm labeling them primes because we're moving it. It's the new one. It's that image compared to my pre-image. Pre-image is the original. So then when I connect my points here, my shape should look just like how I started, because since I'm just translating, I'm just shifting it all over the graph. The shape should not change. So that would be my translated JKL. All right, so in example 2 here, again, we're going to take triangle ABC and we're going to move it right 5 units and up 3 units. So if we were to start by creating that rule, or that using that notation, since I'm going right 5 units, it would be x plus 5. And since I'm going up 3 units, it would be y plus 3. So then when I go to all my points, A, B, and C, we're going to take all of them and remove them individually by moving them right 5 units and up 3. So from A, it looks like I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to go up 3. So A prime is going to be right here. I'm going to use a darker color so we can see that. A prime is right here. Then if I go B, we're going to go again right 5 units and up 3. So B prime would be right here. Same thing with C. We're going to go right 5 units and up 3. So C prime would be right here. Once I have all my points graphed, I can then just connect the points. And your graph should look just like the picture, because again, translations, when we're just moving it, we're shifting it around the graph, should not change the shape or size of our original. So here would be A prime, B prime, C prime, that triangle after we moved them right 5 and up 3. All right, so our last example then already has that translated shape drawn on there for us. Our job then is to describe that translation using our notation. So again, we're going to have x comma y, and we're going to have to determine what the rules are, or what's happening from the original to our new created shape. So how do I determine which one's my original or the OG? The original is going to be the one that is not R prime. So our original is going to be triangle QRS. Now the image, and the reason I say image is because after I start with my original, which is technically called the pre-image, the image then is what happens after we translate it. So the image is then going to be our prime shape. So Q, R, S. And the reason I say prime is because they have that little apostrophe up there after each letter. So let's figure out if I start with Q and I count from Q to Q prime, I'm going to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I went to the right 5 and I went down 4. So we're thinking from Q to Q prime, we go right 5, down 4. So let's double check with R. So if I'm going from R, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Same thing, let's check S to S prime. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like all of them are going right 5 and down 4. So the rights, again, when I'm moving horizontally, this would be considered or coinciding with my X's. And the down, the vertical movement, is with my Y. So if I'm going to the right 5, it should be X plus 5. And if I'm going down 4, it should be Y minus 4. So the rule or the translation of the triangles drawn, QRS and Q prime, R prime, S prime, the rule here would be X plus 5, Y minus 4. So if you have any questions, make sure you jot those down, as we will be doing some practice with this when we get to class. So I want to thank you for taking good notes, and I'll see you when I see you.